Hey, collective. Hope you're doing well. So, why didn't I go live yesterday? It's a long story. Started in 2015. Was amped up 3 years ago. Something awful. Yeah, I shouldn't be here right now. That's all I can say about that. But it had to do with PSYOP. Has to do with me starting a YouTube channel called UFO Norway in 2015 because I depicted a UAP and I put up a video of like a collage of pictures, and then I started to see more and more and more things in the air, in the sky, which is why like we use the hashtag Skywatchers, why we are Skywatchers, to try to inform people of what's being done. But this is obviously goes deep, 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 deep in the valley. So deep that there's people involved here I will not mention the name of. They live in my country. Let's see if I got sound. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Okay, so there's approximately a whole congregation and a whole government watching me now. Shadow. I hope you're paying attention, shadow government in Norway. Because I know what you're doing. Yeah, I've been knowing it since forever, it feels like. It could have started before that because of Child Protective Services don't protect children in this country like they don't do in most countries in the world. I was seen as hostile to the system because I took my son, 10 years old then, on the run from them. 333 on the timer. So there's Freemasons involved. Maybe I could even go so far as calling them Illuminati. Although they're not very illuminated to call themselves Illuminati, in my opinion. Hey, I see you watching. So I have it in subscriber modus. You gotta wait 1 minute to be able to talk here, but I figure most people watching me is a part of this psyop. And I'm totally shadow banned. So whenever this video hits you, it will apply. And I'm not sure if I'm gonna do any cards on this one. We're gonna talk about this phishing they do. PHISIND. Phishing. Using intimidation tactics. Falsely reporting me to the police. Having Securitas playing the police. Knocking on my door like they're police. And that's not the only thing they've done. They've done a lot of things. unmentionable things. It's all a part of the psyop. So I have a video put up where I film what I think is an aggregator. It could be an internet box which makes all the neighbors here attached to my internet, because they of course put me on the neighborhood watch list as well. So when I went down there to film this box, the neighbors was ready, the neighbors in 202 was ready to film me. They stood ready with a camera and filmed me through the looking glass in the door, pun intended. The police treated me very good though. They locked the door, my door to my rooftop balcony. I'm going to come back to that because it's connected. At the hospital, I was of course wrongly diagnosed as paranoid, not schizophrenic, because the doctor darn well know that I'm not paranoid, that I'm not schizophrenic, but that I got severe complex PTSD. And I had several PTSD reactions when I was at the hospital too, because of how they treated the other patients. And also because of what the other patients could inform me what happened to them. They might not know that they are a part of a psyop too. But they are. They sure are. And I forgot ashtray. So I got a little tiny list here. Their intimidation tactics are many. And by the way, that's what I was going to say about the hospital visit. When I came back, my balcony door was open, and someone had stolen my camera, my jewelry, and tarot cards. I think to make it look like another neighbor, but I don't know. At this point, I don't trust nobody but God. Can't even trust my own children with things, because they made 5 profiles, fake profiles of me, at least 5, on Fullbook, or Facebook as it's called. That's a part of the phishing. And before this happened, all of this happened with the hospital, I was almost locked out from my own home. They tampered with my locks, although they got keys to my door. I got a security lock and a regular lock, and they got keys to both. Number 13 again, huh? Yeah. It's soon the end of this shit. These people think they're smarter than anybody in this world. And what they do is coming to a halt for a certain reason I will not disclose. But yeah, the first thing that happened was they threatened my life several times on YouTube, here on YouTube. Did YouTube stop any of those comments? No. None of them. So obviously someone that worked for Google YouTube is in on this as well. Has been told to keep me shadow banned, etc. They are in full control of my life. Almost. They've been redirecting my phone calls to the police when I've needed police's help to another city than Oslo, which is the city I live in, for 3 years now. I've been hacked, defamed, cloned my phone, full control over all my devices, redirecting my postal packaging, stealing my packages, like this ring, emerald ring I bought on Amazon, which they have wrecked my accounts there. They sent it to a postal office far away from here. And I got severe heart issues, which they know, of course. And fortunately, I have a very low blood pressure. Because if I had a high blood pressure, I'd probably be unalived a long time ago. If I'd had a pacemaker, I would be unalived a long time ago. And I know this. They lie to my neighbors about me. I've lived here for 11 years, and I never had an issue with a neighbor before, ever. I'm a very good neighbor. I'm very quiet. I follow the rules, unlike the 202 people, because I can't blame the other coerced neighbors. Although some of them are paid to do this to me. Yeah, they probably pay a lot of people. The sub street I used to go and buy a little greenery in, all set up to be my enemies. And newsflash, I was never their friend, and they were never my friends, and I've known this for 20 years. My ex could be in on this, the daddy, sperm donor to my daughter. And if you ever see this daughter, know that I'm speaking the truth. And if I'm not around, this is why. Because people want to see me gone. People in the government. I smell gasoline chronically now, even when the road outside is silent. They've attached themselves to the fire system in the roofing here, I believe, so they can pump in gasoline, so it will look like a heart attack, for example, if I'm gone. And I'm not suicidal. And now they're calling me. Give me a second. Hello? Hi. Ja, okej. Ja. Ja, det går fint. Mhm. Ja, okej. Kjempefint. Hej. So that was someone from my landlord, which they also have falsely reported me to, lied to them, said that I'm a noisy neighbor, when they have put something in the floor, which I talked about in my previous video. Put something in their roof, which is my floor, which makes it earthquakey. It's like an earthquake zone here, which they turn down the volume on whenever I get some visits. Oh yeah. They amp it up every time I lay down to sleep. because they know I need a lot of rest because of my heart issues. They still got a camera in my home, ears and eyes. But when I got back from the hospital, I also discovered they had pulled out a camera from my door. That's how my neighbor in 202 knew when to film me, because I was coming down there. Because they have someone on guard day and night. 2 young men, Muslim young men. Now, I do not know much about these people. I've been nothing but nice to them, but they are not nice to me at all. And I sense that, which is why I've been extra nice to them a couple of times. It's my antidote. And they have cloned my phone. I know it. I don't know if you next door neighbor is in on that too, though. I have suspected you a lot. 11:11 on the timer. They are doing this to a lot of people that are chosen. And I'm not talking about the people living in the country, It's close to Iran. Because they think they're chosen, and they call us, all of us, ghouls, which can transpire to slavery. And I don't judge people by color, religion, culture, or anything else. Other people do so. I leave that up to other people. I'm not a racist. Never been one, never will be one. So redirecting my post, my packages, stealing my packages, keys to my home, breaking in here, lying to the police, and also the Securitas have played the police many a times. And I know what they do. When the police leave and they have lied, used ingratiation, as it's called in English. We don't even have that word in Norwegian. They laugh. They laugh of their incompetence. It's not incompetence. It's maybe not knowing or being coerced. I don't know. And at this point, I don't care. Why would I? I have nothing to lose. They've taken away my contact with my children, both my children, my 2 grandchildren, my parents, all of them except for one sibling. Thank you, little brother. I love you. This might be my last video. I'm not here to sad fish. I don't need your sympathy, your empathy, no, nothing. And I'm not offended on you, so don't take offense to me sounding offending. I'm just extremely aggravated. And this is the most aggravated I can become until my heart goes, you need to rest, girl. I'm 56 years old. And this shit is gonna stop. Their intimidation tactics don't work on me. Last time the Securitas was here, my phone was redirected again because the time before they was here, and I invited them in because I thought they were policemen. They were in police uniforms. Or at least it looked like that to me. So I invited them in. They said no. And when I was to close the door, because we said goodbye, One of the men tried to break in here, and I had to shadow box the bitch off my door. And I managed to do so because when they trigger my PTSD, I get unknown forces. I get strength from God, straight from the divine, which these people do not believe in. These people are Luciferian, satanics, all of them, and I can't stand them. I hope they get wrecked, and I hope they stay wrecked, and I think they will because they took the jab. No shade to you who was bullied and coerced to take it. There is a cure, but I cannot release it because of this. But I found a cure. And how you can get rid of even the jab, nanoparticles spreading in your body, clogging your veins, which is why I've had two friends, or one of them was a very good friend, the other one was an acquaintance. They were only past 40 years old, like 42. One of them, I don't know how old the other one was. But she fell asleep right in front of her door in the ice. Melted into the ice. What's up with that? Oslo Politia. And my other friend, she took too much drugs, being she was on heart medication. That was a severe danger to her. So sadly, she died from a heart attack, myocarditis first, and a heart attack. And they won't rest in peace until this is over. I have a whole army in my back of angels, human angels, has been unalived in Oslo, not from C, you know what? Number 19? No. That's a blatant lie from Il Shadow Governmento and the government. I think this video won't be shown in years. So I hope when you see this, these psyops are over and the proper people are put in prison behind bars whereas they belong. Over and out. Take care out there. Peace out from Oslo.